Welcome back, ghouls and goblins. I hope you're having a magical day. Thank you so much for taking the time to support the channel. It's the 2023 Starter Deck Upgrade Guide, looking at all 15 of the free-to-play decks for both Standard as well as Alchemy. Today, we have Dimir Ninjutsu. Stealthy Subterfuge is the deck name within Alchemy. We're going to break down the deck list, talk about the strategies, the synergies, showcase this within our gameplay footage, wrap up with our final thoughts and deck review, and just have a fantastic time. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe to the channel to help ensure future content continues to come out. Thank you so much, and let's take a look at the deck. Here we are with the Dimir Stealthy Subterfuge Ninjutsu deck, which is very similar to the standard variant if you've already seen that video, but there's a couple key differences here. The first is the Baldur's Gate Krydle. What a fantastic card within the build. 2 mana, 1/3. Whenever it deals combat damage to a player, that player loses 1 life and mills a card. Then you gain 1 life and scry 1. This is so good. Scrying through your deck cannot be overrated enough, really. It's such a fantastic mechanic. It really will increase the consistency of your build. And then we're using the ninjutsu mechanic, so we need our attackers to get through unblocked. And well, here we have it. Whenever you attack, you may pay 2. If you do, target creature cannot be blocked this turn. Yes. Now this will guarantee you a ninjutsu hit. We also, have things like the network disruptor. It's a 1/1 with flying that can get in quite easily for that ninjutsu. Plus, it can tap something as well, just making it really good. We've got bounce spells within the deck as well. But before we get there, let's talk about the Vesuvian Mist for 2 instant speed. This is another alchemy spell. Kicker for an additional 2, a total of 4. Return target non-land, non-token permanent to its owner's hand. If this spell was kicked, conjure a duplicate of that card into your hand. It perpetually gains. You may spend mana as though or any mana to cast this spell. Fantastic, right? So, just bouncing something and maybe even potentially giving us a little bit more value, stealing our opponent's creatures. We absolutely love it. So those are the 2 alchemy cards within the deck. The rest of the build does remain relatively the same. If we wanted to get into the nitty gritty, we have the Gate to Sea Tower here and the Gate of Black Durgan in the deck as well as alchemy cards. So there's a few adjustments that have been made, but other than that, it's the same build, the same strategies and synergies here. So Silver Furmaster is one of the main cards in the deck as a 2/2 ninjutsu for 2. Abilities you activate cost 1 less to activate. Other ninja and rogue creatures you control get +1/+1, right? This is a non-legendary creature. We can stack it. Now our rogues and ninjas are very powerful, getting in consistent damage, and that's very easy to accomplish because we have the ability to tap creatures, bounce those creatures back to their hand. We have removal for those creatures as well. And plus, through that Anthem ability stacking, there's a good chance that our creatures will be bigger if it does come down to a combat phase block interaction. Aside from that, other ninjas and rogues within the deck, we have a single copy of Thousand Face Shadow for 1 as a 1/1 with ninjutsu for 4, flying. When it enters the battlefield from your hand via that ninjutsu ability, if it's attacking, create a token of another target attacking creature. That token enters the battlefield tapped and attacking. We want to be copying our Silver Furmaster, right? That's going to be absolutely fantastic for us as it will push up the rest of the field. And if your opponent has already declared blockers on half of your field, now there's a good chance that those now become unfavorable for them through the additional +1/+1 that we'll receive on the entire field. It's a fantastic experience. We have the Moon City Hacker. I'm calling this that still. I know it says Circuit, don't you mind. For 2 mana, it's a 2/1 with ninjutsu for 1. Whenever it deals combat damage to a player, you may draw a card. If you do, discard a card unless it's entered the battlefield this turn, right? So that's going to be through that ninjutsu ability, helping you draw, helping you sift through your deck. Very, very powerful. 4 copies of the Prosperous Thief for 3 mana as a 3/2 with ninjutsu for 2. And whenever one or more ninja or rogue creatures you control deal damage to a player, create a treasure token. This will help us start casting 2 spells per turn, getting into our more expensive spells earlier. Just a fantastic opportunity to ramp within colors that typically don't allow you to ramp. That'll allow us to cast, like I said, this Memory Deluge, the Leer, the Kotose, the Hullbreaker, all without fear of spending all our mana for the turn, right? Allowing us to hold up some of that instant speed interaction. which I guess Memory Deluge falls under both categories there. Before we talk about the big spells, let's take a look at the interaction. We have Fading Hope here for 1 mana, instant speed. Return target creature to its owner's hand if its mana value is 3 or less, scry 1. So this is nice because it can be used both offensively and defensively. Protect your creatures, offset any of their defenders, if you will, or threats. I doubt it. Rona's Vortex here for 1, kicker for an additional 3, total for 4, instant speed. Return target creature or planeswalker you don't control to its owner's hand. If it was kicked, it goes to the bottom of their library instead. This is like a semi-exile. At this point, they're forced to shuffle and then redraw. So, you know, this kicker within blue is like very good, you know, basically an exile here. The March of Wretched Sorrow for 1+X, instant speed. We can reduce its casting cost by 2 for X, or for each black source permanent that we, non-land permanent that we exile from our hand. Very, very good. You know, we do have a lot of multicolor creatures. At the end of the day, you know, we only have one of these. Only use it early game if you're forced to. There's lots of other removal that should sustain you. And this is like a late game, you know, I've made a bunch of treasures with the Prosperous Thief. You know, they've got a big creature in play. I'm not only going to blast it, you know, for 7 or 8, but I'm also going to gain that much life as well, right? So really nice here for that late game removal. We talked about the Mist. We have Hero's Downfall for 3, destroying creature or planeswalker, right? So that's kind of why we'd save that March. We have Soul Transfer here as well, exiling creature or planeswalker for 3 at sorcery speed. One ninja that I forgot to mention would be the Biting Palm Ninja for 3. It's 3/3 with ninjutsu for 3. Enters with a menace counter on it, and whenever it deals combat damage to a player, you can choose to remove said menace counter. If you do, look at their hand and exile a card from it. Oh, yes. We love it. Kaedo Shizuki, 3 mana, 3 loyalty. When it enters this turn, phase it out at the end of the at the beginning of your end step, sorry. And then +1, draw a card, discard a card unless you've attacked. -2, create a 1/1 that can't be blocked. -7, you get an emblem. Whenever you deal combat damage, grab a blue or black creature from your library and put it into the battlefield and shuffle, right? So this is very powerful. The unblockable token's great for ninjutsu. The draw is just really, really good in itself. And then Satori Umezawa, 2/4. Whenever you activate a ninjutsu ability, look at the top 3, put 1 of them into your hand, the rest in the bottom, and then only once each turn on that activation, creatures in your hand will all have ninjutsu for 4, which again is pretty nice for the spider, for the drowned, and the horror, reducing the cast cost of those and basically getting that attack in without your opponent knowing, right? Like if you're bouncing a network disruptor to your hand for this ninjutsu 4, which can be reduced through the Furmaster. Let's keep this in mind, right? It could go down to 3. It could go down, dare I say, to 2. Ooh. And then, you know, here's a Hullbreaker Horror for 2 mana. For, you know, like that is ridiculous, dealing 7 damage. And because you got the cost reduction in it, you have instant speed spells on top of it, and then they're not doing anything because of its abilities. First 7 at 7/8 with flash, and whenever you cast a spell, choose 1. Return target spell you don't control to its owner's hand. Yes. Or return target non-land permanent to its owner's hand. So that one is both defensively and offensively. You can protect your own things. You can bounce their things, or that first spell. You know, just like sending their stuff before it even touches the battlefield from the stack to their hand. It's just a great experience. Taking their best card from their graveyard and being able to cast it against them. Also nuking their deck of it and their hand through Kotose. 4/4 enters play. Exile card other than non-basic from their graveyard. Search their graveyard hand library for any number of that card. Then, you know, they're going to shuffle for as long as we control Kotose. We can cast one of those spells for any mana. Recasting all of our instants and sorceries from the grave through Leer. A 3/4 for 5 can't be countered. Beautiful. And then, you know, Memory Deluge, looking at the top 4, drawing 2. Looking at the top 7, drawing 2 through that flashback at instant speed, right? So very powerful cards here on the top end of the deck. And really nice interaction early on. We have the gates, like I said. We have the marsh, the district, the Blackwater. So really consistent land on top of that treasure as well. So it's really quite a favorable experience. And I'm actually having a ton of fun with this deck in Alchemy. Seems good. I like it. Thanks for watching. I hope you enjoy the deck tag. Make sure to like, comment, subscribe to the channel to help support. Let's play some Magic. Going first with nice land. We have our favorite 2-drop of the deck in hand also. Accompanied by our favorite 3-drop. This could get weird real quick. Playing that tapped land first. We don't have 3. It's our only blacks. Well, it's all good, dude. Beautiful. It's going to get the Summoning Sickness off. I like that 4th land. It can stay. And then I'll draw it here, please.
No secret is safe from me.
Thank you.
I know something you don't.
Kato phases out. Jund, eh? Ooh, Dragon's Jund. This isn't your regular Jund here, folks. One. Scry. And they mill. Ooh, we like it. Definitely drawing that one.
Thanks. I'll be taking that now.
A double Furmaster next turn. Ounce. Let's go. Scry. Two of them there. Not yet. Draw.
I know something you don't know.
We're down to 12. Comes the claw again. They can play this from the grave. That is good. That is good. This milling them might come back to bite us. A lot of mana for them. Back from whence he came. I'm not paying. We decline this. We don't need to. 9 damage. It's probably worth a block. And then they're not getting that mana, right? Maybe they do. It's 2 red. You know, have to be like a damage-based spell. And then... It is good for them. So they're interrupting. Oh, this is fun for me. Bounce. Ooh wee. This is fun for me. Fizzled your spell. Hit you for 4, made a treasure. Milled ya. Scried ya. Then thirded my removal for the next turn. Let's go. Ayo, reverse.
Now, what do we have here?
Good game, brah. Woo! This starter deck. Taking Alchemy by surprise. I'd like to say that this Krydle with the Scry one is really helpful. The scrying with the drawing. Tasty. Going first. Favorite card in hand. Like slow. Hopefully finding our 3rd land. Not a must-have card in the deck by any means, but it is pretty flavorable. This is a good block here. Really needing that 3rd land, though. Yikes. Good blockers, you know? Just gaining life here, you know? Scrying. Milling one of their best cards. Looking for our lords. Rat Ninjanos. Ronin's whatever. Easy block for me. I doubt they're dealing 3 damage with 1 mana. Could, and we're down to 12. Line. Take the damage, gain the life. It's good, but we don't need it right now. Just throw in another blocker, and we've got a bounce spell. These Ronins don't get anywhere. Holy! What does mine say? Down to 10. Up to 11. Line. Land is good for our disciple. We might have it here, right? We have the wall assembled. You may have your treasure. Wow. Real mature, Bradley. We're not going to lose our Umezawa. Oh, we still do. They doubled down on it like an absolute dirty dog. Interesting. This is just that we don't control. Good for them. Good for you, Doogie Doos. This is confirmed kill. Right? We can just take that card right out of their hand. Let's see it. Scrying as well, which I just love. We're gonna take a look at their hand. Ooh, wait. Ooh, wait. You're done. Land can go at this point. Blockers continue to control the board state. We're actually gaining life at this point. Lear might force the scoop. Might. Might force the scoop, HGG. Have you ever played against that card, bro? Opponent goes first, like a goddamn cheater. I pull a double black source, like you know we would. More mono red, because why not? Durgan Fire. My already tapped land. Steamer. Little Bounceroni. Boom. They most likely just dunk on it. And end it up. Wow. 7 damage down to 10. Dang, dude. I guess we're just gonna bounce that spender. Yes. The block. I think they jammed in a little bit prematurely there. Building to that breaker. We get the scry on this one. Land stays. Sure. They still have a very meaty hand. Yeah, we're down 6 and it doesn't look good from here. 3, 4, 5, 6. This is 7. Let's go. Oh, but nighttime. But nighttime. I should have just main phased it. I hate the night. It's scary. I don't even have my flashlight here with me. Fat Doogie do. Can we recover? I almost don't think so. We're so low. And that's a land. Oh, we have lethal. Can we stabilize? Don't need to, bro. Smash that. Oh, I will. Fantastic. I didn't even realize till the last second. I was like, oh no, only 3 life. Got him. Going first, good land, keeping 7. Even have one of these beautiful alchemy cards here. Let's gain life, start out slow. Instant speed, return target to non-land. Its owner's hand, get a duplicate if you kick it, huh? I guess, because this land can be 3, so we're not gonna lose the thief. Looks like we don't have to kick that. We know it's getting dunked on, just like auto removed, right? It's the 4 damage. Oh no, the enthusiasm. So that's gonna buff off their next attacker. Kick this. I don't have any red spells.
Oh, I've never crashed a wedding like this before.
I mean, we can blast her.
Come on, Chandra. I know you can do better. Let's bring
And this
things
is
up
their
to a
turn, right? So
simmer.
should be fine. I'll pass. We'll chill. I can almost guarantee they're going to try to play a creature here. It's going to get +3. Mine's not as cool. Theirs perpetually gets it, so it actually keeps that. Six, we're 1 off from the breaker. Let's just fold out. Like, okay, we've got some defense here. And I'd like to block. Lightning bolt. Oh, pretty good. This is gonna be freaking huge. Oh, it's on a Raiju. Still pretty good. Seven, 8 damage here. On to 11. Low, but it's good. But Memory Deluge can find the land anyways. So if it's not an untapped land, I don't want it. Wow. Crushing us with these boon removals. This is bad. 4, you know, that's too many cards. Oh, we'll get the removal with the, or the land with the, ah. This is what my life has come down to. Remember that time we threw that land away? Please, Lord, have mercy. We might survive, I don't know. It's gonna be really hard. Yikes, you know? We're gonna need to get very lucky here. Hopefully there's no removal on this breaker. All they need to deal is 2 damage. They get it. Wow. Watch them top deck lightning strike. That's like, yeah, 3 enthusiasms. Molten impact. Oh, yes, 2 molten impacts. Perfect. The shuffler is so fine. Crazy, what a life. Well, you may as well. Removal, I guess. Hopefully this is a land. Barely protecting ourselves here. Barely, I say. You don't want to kill it until their combat phase here. You can replay it from the grave, but it's not attacking this turn. Buys us just a little bit more time. Yikes. I mean, we're holding on. I do not understand how we'll ever win this, but if we had maybe 1 more mana, could get our own squee. Do it again. Turn by turn, that's all we need. You jerk. You jerk. Holy Toledo's getting the job done here in stunning fashion with Dimir Ninjutsu. Just actually having a ton of fun with all of these different starter decks. And, you know, that's something I haven't done in a while, is just play a ton of different archetypes all crammed together really quick like this. Of course, typically we're playing a new deck every day, but there's so much time goes into engineering that yourself. And it's like, eating food that you've made for yourself is just not as good as when someone makes it for you. You know what I mean? I'm giving you guys these tasty deck lists every day. So it does seem to be more fun when it's not entirely up to you, in my opinion. Again, that's just because these are starter decks. For the majority of it, the idea is already done. It's just, fine tuning, making it a little bit better. That is so much easier than just like throwing darts at a blank wall and be like, okay, starting from scratch, what kind of deck are we going to make and how's it going to be good, right? So this is like you're left with no choice of to what the deck is. It's a Dimir Ninjutsu deck. Let's make it as competitive as possible. And, that is actually a lot of fun. I hope Wizards puts out a whole bunch of more decks for us to upgrade for you. That would be fantastic. I'm having a great time doing this and I hope you're enjoying as well. Woo! Thanks for watching. Make sure to like, comment, subscribe to help support the channel. Become a YouTube member for exclusive content, access to real-time deck lists and stats, the Sunday live, and so much more stuff. The chat room, it goes on and on. Cheers. Thank you so much. We'll see you soon in the next.